Hello everybody and welcome back to another video, and today I'll be doing a part 2 to a video that I made a couple days ago about 7 random bear facts. If it ain't obvious enough, this entire video will be me discussing 7 random things about the Roblox games Bear Star and Bear Alpha. These facts can be about multiple things such as skins, gears, kill effects, and basically anything about Bear. Now, I know, enough of the explaining, let's just get into the video already. For my first fact, I'll be discussing a kill effect from Bear Alpha. If you know what this kill effect is, then you're pretty smart. It's the massive rock kill effect. But here's a thing you didn't know about it. This thing could potentially fling Bear and kill him. If Bear is quick enough to be near the survivor when the rock squishes them, then it could potentially fling the bear right away. There was another thing that happened with this kill effect that was also game breaking, but was pretty useful. If you killed someone with this kill effect during December of last year, it would have given you about 500 to 1,000 quids on the kill. Now, before you go around trying to play with that thing, I'm just gonna say it was already patched. Shout out to the ConnorDev123 for actually putting this footage up. I would have not known about this if it weren't for him, so thanks for that. For the second fact for this video, I'll be talking about the double cheeseburger. If you for some reason don't know what a double cheeseburger is, it's just a cheeseburger with more cheese on it. This gear could have been brought for about 120 quids in Bear Alpha. Now, what if I told you that this thing could actually heal a bit of your health during a round? Now, if you said no, then I would probably understand why, because this was a really early glitch during Bear Alpha's opening days. This glitch would have allowed the player to heal whenever it took a bite out of the cheeseburger. This glitch was really breaking the game due to the fact that it would be impossible for the bear to kill the player if it weren't too close to them. This glitch was of course patched really quickly. People were bawling their eyes out, crying, sitting on the floor, sucking on their thumb when this happened, and I'm being fairly honest, I would not care. Imagine being Bear when this happened. You would have to deal with people constantly healing themselves with some random burger they probably got off the ground. But hey, that's what Cheetah Man's here for, just blame it on him. For fact 3, let's move away from Alpha and go to Star. We're gonna be talking about Putrid Patrick. Yeah, this ugly thing. Putrid Patrick has a lot, and I mean a lot of cousins and brothers. If you played I Spy enough, you'd notice that this little description is pretty repetitive. He is so line, and most of the descriptions are actually reused throughout every single Patrick skin in Bear Star. That is, except for Footballer Patrick. He felt a bit special, and he wrote his description as, and I quote, "That's not football, that's padded rugby that." You gotta give him some credit though, it was pretty good. At least he didn't say something like he is so footballing. Yeah, 4 done and 3 to go. That's pretty easy, isn't it? Oh yeah, right, we're making a video. Let's talk about, I don't know, Headlings, I guess? If you play as Headlings in Star, you know that they spawn in as groups of 5. If you know numbers like me, you know there's about 10 people who can join a single server in Bear Star. Now, unlike you, I do not know multiplication at all. I'm joking. Well, if you multiply 10 by 5 Headlings, you get about 50 people. Now, imagine this scenario. You're playing Infection as Headlings, and you have 10 people in a server. Killing each one of them will give you 5 more Headlings. There's 10 people on the server, and that means you get 50 Headlings in one single server. But there's more. Let's say you're playing Bear with 100 players for a game night. You're infected by a Headling, and there's 100 people on a server somehow. If all those people eventually get infected, you'll have about 500 Headlings in a server. Now, that's a lot of bears, and I'm glad, because these things are adorable. Going back to Bear Star, we're going to be talking about the Deluxe theme. If you use this theme, you'd notice the little sign that plays whenever you switch tabs. If you're unaware of what I'm talking about, here's a little video that demonstrates this. Now with this info given to you, I'd like to ask you another question. Do you know the red Strato Bloxer? If you don't know what it is, then here's another photo for you. It's literally just a red guitar. Whenever you press different corresponding keys, it'll play a corresponding note. One of these said notes are actually reused for the Deluxe sound whenever you switch tabs. I will now showcase both sounds played together and away from each other. Let's talk about 2 exclusive skins that are only for Cheetah Man. Something about these 2 skins are really interesting, and those are the fact that they're the only skins that can actually hurt players. And no, I'm not talking about touching the players directly, I'm talking about hitting them with actual TNT. The first one of these skins is really well known, and it's obviously the hot air balloon bear, but there's another one besides that. This red fella is an exclusive to Alpha, and he carries a stick of dynamite. Since not a lot of people are talking about this, I might as well just put some gameplay I saw earlier. In terms of looks and gameplay, the entire premise is that of hot air balloon bear, except it cannot float at all. It also doesn't drop bombs, but it drops 5 sticks of TNT. It looks really similar to the bears that are seen in the Juggernaut game mode. Besides it being seemingly another exclusive skin for Cheetah Man, it's also another skin that actually harms players with bombs. Let's talk about Bear Star's Chill skin. It has a rainbow color in-game and it switches colors 24/7. Although here's the thing, the skin itself is not even rainbow colored at all, it's just a normally colored bear. The reason why it turns all rainbowy is because the opacity on the skin is actually lowered a bit and the rainbow light reflects onto it, making it look like it's a rainbow. Either you get scammed or the scammer gets scammed. Last fact before I leave for the day is something very simple. Malbear is based off Malware.